We just got on this thing. Just found out I got some extra time. I said, "Fuck it, man. We're gonna go live, man. We're gonna talk to the people. I'm gonna attempt to get Instagram on here, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna work, because Instagram they play by a different set of rules. You know what I'm saying, guys? If you can hear me and see me, man, type one in the chat. Um, Hold on one second. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Type one if you can hear me and see me. Shakir Reddick, silly man, the return of the silly man. What up, silly man? You gonna say some silly shit today? Black Neats Tab, what up? What up? You know what I'm saying? Who else we got in here? For George Dudley, what up? What's going on? What's going on? Type one if y'all can hear me and see me. You know what I'm saying? What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, is acne genetic or it's a bad diet? It's a little bit of both, right? Acne can be a side effect of poor diet, in that some people you're just putting things in your body that are inherently like toxic, and essentially your body's attempting to like push it out, it's getting like clogged in the pores, and that's where you're getting the acne from. So in that aspect, yes, it is dietary, because like you're not giving your body the right nutrients, and it's causing these skin issues. But it's not all that, right? Some of it is genetic. Like for example, I used to have, like when I was younger, I maybe had acne every now and then, right? But because like my family has very oily skin, I would always like sweat a lot of the bullshit out of my system. So I used to, like back in the day, I used to eat like a bunch of honey buns and, you know, candy, Skittles, Twizzlers, that bullshit that's keeping y'all stomach big as hell. I used to eat that too when I was big as hell. And I eventually got to a point where I started making better decisions, but I never really had like a bunch of like acne all in one place. Like I might get like a pimple here and there, because genetically my family's skin was very oily, so we used to always just kind of like have clean skin because we'd be cleansing, they'd be cleansing those pores on a regular basis, if that makes sense. IG, what up? Welcome to the live. We got Instagram on here too, with YT, with YouTube. Guys, if you can hear me in Instagram land, type one in the chat if y'all can hear me and see me. Uh, I'm kicking ass, down 56 pounds. Let's clap it up for Shakir. Shakir, not to be confused with Shakira. Shakir is down 56 pounds, right? If you guys want to lose some weight like that too, I'm giving out a free resource today, my free fat loss system over there on IG. Y'all got to type 50 in the chat, and on YouTube, man, I'm about to give you guys the link for that. You know what I'm saying? Samir Trigger, what up? What's good, Samir? David, what up? I got a meeting with David in like the next hour or so, or 2 hours from now, I think. You know what I'm saying? David, did you do your homework? Type in the chat if you did your homework, David. Mr. Sanya says, congratulations to you, Shakir. We show love and support out here. Armstrong Army, we stand up, we stand strong, we give love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibes. G Lazo is big as hell. Do you want to change that, G Lazo? Because if you do, go ahead, type 50 in the chat. We're gonna get you that free fat loss system, man. It's gonna come right to your the link's gonna come right to your inbox, and then you gotta go in there, put in your info to get it to your email. Jailed says 50. All right, for sure. Been following you and Bobby Parrish. I don't know who Bobby is, but shout out to Bobby Parrish, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's doing or teaching is out here helping change brothers' lives. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead pin to the top. You know what I'm saying? The top comment. We're gonna give you guys access to the free fat loss system too over there in YouTube land if you need more help. If you want to get results like my man Shakir, some of it, busy day at work, going to finish it before we meet though. David, you better get that shit done, man, because I am going to quiz you on. I am going to ask you about it, man. I'm going to shame you mercilessly if you don't. Toy Soldier says, "Hey Detroit, greetings." I guess that's what people call me, Detroit. I'm not there no more, so can I still be Detroit? I mean, you never really leave Detroit. Detroit is within your spirit. Teach you how to shop and eat clean. Shout out to Bobby Parrish, man, for teaching you how to do that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Nasir iPhone 6 says, "Hi, greetings, Nasir. Greetings. Welcome to the chat. Right, welcome. We giving out free gifts today because I am in fact Black Santa Claus. Go ahead and get you a copy of that free fat loss system. You just hit the link and it'll be on its way to you. What up? What's good, IG? What's popping? Also, we can do a little macros today. We'll get my BMR calculator up. And then my macro calculator. If you guys need help getting to your goals, give me your stats, man. Tell me what your age, your height, your weight, and your goal is. And I'll go ahead and make your macros here. Where are the gifts? Lives left. If you type 50 in the chat, I'll DM you your free gift, man. I'm gonna send you your free fat loss system, man. That's my gift. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna sit under a tree because it's not Christmas, but fuck it, man. It's a gift anyway. Highly bound, top notch. Is 0 calories spray actually healthy and 0 calories? It's 0-ish calories. Like, it's not truly 0, but it's very close to 0. Meaning, like, the amount of calories it is so insignificant that it won't cause your blood sugar to spike to where it would be something that you have to really be concerned with. Healthy, I don't like using healthy as a barometer for success because healthy is relative to the person, right? I think fasting is healthy for fat people because fat people have an abundance of energy on their body they haven't used. And fasting allows them to give their body enough time to use that energy, right? And also inherently reduces a lot of the internal side effects of being obese, things like high A1C levels, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, congestive heart failure. Being able to fast for periods of time will actually help with that, right? It helps manage that. But what about on the flip side of it? If you got somebody that's like malnourished, right? Let's say you got a kid in like a third world country that ain't ate in 4 days. He's done plenty of fasting. So fasting is actually unhealthy for him, right? For that person who's malnourished and not getting the right nutrients, the best thing for them health-wise would be to eat an abundance of food, right? To give their body some nutrients, some energy, some fuel. So healthy is just not a good metric or a good measure for, I think, really making decisions with what's best for you. You should just think about it like, what's my goal? And then what gets me closer to that goal, right? Healthy is kind of like just saying like, to get somewhere that's other than your house, you have to drive, right? Yes, you do have to drive, but like where though? Like what's the address, right? What roads do I need to take, right? That's what I teach. I teach my clients like, all right, we know you got to do something different, but what do you have to do, right? What do you have to focus on, right? Like how much nutrients should you be putting in your body every day, and what nutrients should you be focused on? What training should you do, and what progression should you be focused on, and how long should you be in a particular phase of training, right? When is it going to be effective, and when is it going to be time to change? Like that's what I teach. If you guys want to learn that shit, man, just go grab the free fat loss system. Born Sigma's in the chat, another Armstrong Army alum. Hey man, give me a status report, man. Born Sigma lost like 45, 50 pounds, something like that on the program. It would have been more if he wasn't bullshitting. Born Sigma, let us know in the chat. Where are you at with your progress since you graduated the Armstrong Army program. I want some updates, Chief. Can you bring your high blood pressure down? Yes, you can. Yes. Yes, you can. Multitude of different ways to do it, but really just boils down to eat some real food. Stop eating a bunch of processed, sugary, salty bullshit. Stop the fried food. Stop the highly inflammatory foods. Right? Eat real foods. Stuff that died, dead animals or plants. Right? Legumes, beans, nuts, pulse, and then just strength train a few days a week. That regulates your blood pressure as well as more movement. You get 8 to 10,000 steps a day. You do that stuff. Maybe do a 24-hour fast once a week. Drink a gallon of water. Your blood pressure start changing within the next month. I guarantee it. I'm still fighting to not be fat again. Still working out daily. My dog. Keep fighting, man. Let me know how I can help. Draging is age 44 to 43. Want to lose 20 pounds, 5'10". I got you, G. Get your pen and pad out, okay? Because I'm going to say your macros here. 243, 5'10", me the same height. All right. So, what we going to do? Let's go this amount of calories for you. All right. So we're going to put you on 180 grams of protein a day. And let me generate your carbs and fats. We're going to go 135 carb, 60 grams of fat. Dragine. You do that every day, man. You're going to be lean, all right? You're going to get lean as hell, quick as hell, okay? Just come shout your boy out when you lose your first 10 pounds. In fact, if you start that tonight, you start those macros, at least drink a gallon of water a day. You do it every day for the next 4 weeks. By 4th of July, you're going to lose 10 to 20 pounds, depending on how hard you go with your activity. Mr. Primal, we need to talk about lowering inflammation in the body. Yeah, man, it's, simple stuff. I just told somebody how to do it, but I told them in the context of lowering your blood pressure. It's the same for lowering inflammation. You eat more real foods, right? You eat less processed, sugary bullshit. You eat less of the highly inflammatory fried foods and, stuff that's smothered in all kind of butters and sauces and oils, right? And then you move more, right? If you focus on 8 to 10,000 steps a day, you strength train, right? What you're going to do is you're going to regulate your blood sugar. Inflammation, guys, if you don't know what that really just means, it just means that there's a bunch of fluids collecting in different areas of your body. And they're looking to do away with some shit that's not supposed to be there, right? Like if your gut is inflamed, it means that you ate something that your body's having a hard time processing. Or like your joints can be really inflamed because there's so much glucose in there, and sometimes inflammation is good. It's like a collection of, sugars and aminos, like actually repairing damaged muscle fibers, right? So like training, which for strength is inflammatory, but in a good way. But if you over training or you over consuming sugary bullshit, that's where you get the inflammation that my man is talking about we need to reduce. So yeah, you just reverse that by doing the things I said nutritionally, right? Eating real fucking foods. Move more so you burn through more of those sugars. Strength train, because if you strength train, you'll have more muscle mass. Your body will actually be able to hold more sugars in the muscles because it'll have more of a store space for it. And it'll be better at burning those sugars too. And then get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, man, to lower your cortisol levels so you won't be as inflamed. If that was helpful information, drop a flex emoji in the chat, baby. Drop a flex emoji for your boy. From Trinidad, you can call me Roxanne. Roxanne's in the chat. What up, Roxanne? I weigh 250. Damn, Roxanne, you big as hell. But we're going to help you change that. 5'2", just finished a 7-day soft dry fast, but I want to lose about 100 pounds and build muscle. Need help. Roxanne, give me, okay, so in your next reply, give me your weight, your height, and your age, and I will give you your macros, what you need to do to start losing the weight. Because here's the thing, 100 pounds, I help a lot of people do that to this point, right? But I just dropped a video where I talk more in depth about how I help my client Brennan from Chicago lose 130 pounds, right? If you want to watch that full breakdown of exactly how I do it, just go to my YouTube channel. It says exact plan of how I help my client use over 100 pounds, right? But one of the foundational pieces is getting the nutritional macros right, okay? So, all right, here we go. Here we go. Write this down, Roxanne. Roxanne is 34. Roxanne is a lady. I don't know no men named Roxanne. 5'2", 250. All right. So look, Roxanne, all these nutritional apps, they about to tell you some bullshit about how much you need to be consuming, right? I'm about to give you the real. All you need is this to start, right? You're going to lose a good, I would say, depending on your activity level, you can lose a good like 30 to 40 pounds on what I'm about to give you. But there's going to reach a point where your body's going to adapt and you're going to need to tweak it, okay? 150 grams of protein a day. You do that at 90 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat every single day. Roxanne, you, my friend, are going to lose somewhere between 15 to maybe even 20 in the next, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks. That shit's just going to melt off you. Then after that, it's going to get more intricate. You have to increase the activity, make sure you're strength training, make sure you do things. But once you get to like that, and I talked about this in the video with Brennan when we lost 100 pounds. When you lose about like 30 to 40, you get to that mark, your body's going to get stuck. And you're going to have to adjust something. You have to introduce something I call plateau breakers, right? There's a few plateau breakers. If you guys want me to talk about plateau breakers, just drop the word plateau in the chat. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. My man, Jibstar. What up, Jibstar? I like that name, man. Jibstar. You sound like a wrestler. You sound like you be flying off the turnbuckle. So Jibstar, what's your goal? 198, 5'10"? I mean 5'9"? Like, are you looking to build muscle? Like, you gotta tell me what your goal is too. Because I don't inherently know, like, not 198, 5'9", you could be looking to lose some fat or you could be looking to build some muscle. Which one is it? Jibstar. Yeah, man. Play-Doh. Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. Build muscle and get rid of this, that. But okay, so really what that means is you need to get lean and keep as much muscle as possible. All right. So look, this is what I want you to focus on. All right. Jibstar. 160 grams of protein a day. 100 grams of carbs. 60 grams of fat. Okay, do that with a gallon of water a day. What's going to happen, Jibstar, is you're going to need to lose at 5'9", probably a good 15 or more pounds, depending on how much body fat you're carrying. So you're going to get somewhere in like the low 180s. Once you get there, reassess. If you like the way that you look and you just want to put on some muscle from there, then my recommendation be turn those calories up. Right? Turn those calories up, raise the calories, and then gradually focus on building that surplus and putting on some muscle after that. But Jibstar, once you get done, jumping off the top turnbuckle, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you start incorporating that and give me a shout out when you lose your first 10 pounds, okay? Vendetta, Bannister, Vendetta. Whenever I hear Vendetta, I think about that Def Jam game. Def Jam Vendetta. No, not Fight for New York. It was the one before Fight for New York. Trevor Ali, 6'6", 147, 30. Yeah, you skinny fat for sure. I got you though. Don't worry about it. 30 years old, 6'6", male. All right, so if you super skinny fat, I will put you on. Yeah, we're gonna do something a little different with you because you are skinny fat. So you definitely need to have more protein in your diet. But we are gonna give you a little bit of carbs too, because that's what I do for skinny fat guys, man. Give them a little bit of that glucose so they can perform and still be dropping them lbs of fat because of the total caloric intake. So you, my friend, Trevor Ali. 180 grams of protein, 180 grams of carbs, 40 grams of fat. Skinny fat man. We're gonna put you on a 40-40-20. That's my secret cheat code for skinny fat people. 40-40-20. Fills the muscles up with glucose so you be able to perform well for strength in that gym. Still controls you in the deficit and gives you enough protein to be satiated. You do that, get you a gallon of water in a day. My brother Trevor Ali, you gonna lose another 10 pounds in the next few weeks, man. And you guys want to learn how I'm doing this, like how I'm actually putting together people's macros. Like if you want to do it for yourself, you're a little shy. You don't want to put your shit in the chat. Just get you the free guide. Get the free fat loss system. Instagram, y'all can just type 50 to get it. YouTube, y'all just got to hit the link, takes you to the page. You fill out the info, sends it to your email. That's it. All right. How to get self-control. Self-control is a product of building habits around not doing the shit that you're doing that's fucking you up, right? So like think about it like it's discipline, right? So what is discipline? Discipline is doing things regardless of how you feel, right? So it's like a muscle though. So like when you first are learning to be disciplined at something, you are not very strong at it. Just like when you first go to the gym and you lift some weights for the first time, your muscles are weak. So just like a bicep curl makes your bicep stronger so that the next time you come to do some bicep curls, you'll be better at that movement because you'll have more strength. It's the same thing with discipline, right? So what are some things you're disciplined at now? Well, if you don't wear a diaper, you're disciplined enough to not shit on yourself like a baby, right? You don't boo-boo on yourself. You go to the bathroom and do that, right? That's discipline because there was a point in your life where you couldn't do that. You had to run around with a diaper because you didn't have self-control over that. But over time, your parents did what? They potty trained you. They told you, hey, listen, don't do that. Go to the bathroom, right? And they just basically walk you through the steps of getting better and better at it to now you don't even think the thought of boo-booing on yourself never crosses your mind because you're so disciplined at it. You're like, yes, of course I'm going to the bathroom. It's the same thing with your motherfucking health and fitness goals, man. I don't have to think about, man, am I gonna hit my macros? Am I going cheat on my diet? Am I gonna snack? Like, nah, like I hit my macros every day. That's who I am. That's what I do. I'm disciplined, right? Am I gonna go to the gym? Am I gonna make time? Of course I'm gonna go to the fucking the gym. That's who I am. I'm disciplined at it. It's just what time am I gonna get there and how much time am I gonna spend there, right? So it's like you have to get that association with things through the consistent practice of doing the things when they're difficult. It's gonna be tough at first, but not shitting on yourself was tough at first too. And now look at you, you're an adult. You never do it, right? So you can get better at it. You gotta start the process. Hey bro, I'm away from Miami on vacation in South America. I'm in South Florida too, man. I'm in Broward County. I consider you to follow your advice on protein and workouts. That's what's up, Franklin Delano Obama. Hey, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Obama. I start with high protein, fiber breakfast, and go to the gym every day. That's beautiful, man. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. I feel like a calorie deficit is a lot easier when my sleep is better. I think you're correct about that, my friend. You're correct about that. Yes. Look, it's Barack Obama. I don't look like Barack Obama. Barack don't even got a beard. That's the first time I've heard that, man. Is it just because he's black and I'm black? Is that what it is? I don't know, man. I mean, sure, he's a successful man. I'll take the compliment, but I don't think I look like Barack at all. Oh, because I look good. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words, man. It's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth in that statement, man. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Did Brandon Carter help you get more people on your program? No. Brandon Carter, shout out to the OG. He taught me about systems for marketing, sales, and actually being a good coach online. He ain't come to my fucking house and do this shit for me. Like, no, he taught me how to do it. Right? Just like a good coach is supposed to do. That's what I do for my clients too. I teach them how to do it. This is what you do. This is how you do it. They do that shit. That's why they get results. Uh, I'm 6'6", 310. What should I do? You big as hell. If you want to change that, you should give me your age along with your height and weight, and I'll give you your macros. Maybe help you out. So you're saying we just things to do with hate in a nutshell, also, but I fapping too much. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, Fahad. You might need to reassess your grammar, man. I remember when I was a kid, man, they had this stuff called hooked on phonics, right? I think they should bring that back, man, so people don't have to struggle through what Fahad is going through right now, man. I believe in you though, bro. I got your back, man. Yeah, you really are a great coach. You keep it 100. Hey, I appreciate that. Born Sigma, aka Young Bruce. Appreciate you, brother. What's your favorite cologne? My favorite cologne. I give you my top three. Really like Prada. I'm a big fan of Prada. I like the Versace, the blue one, and then I really like the what's it, Parfumo. It's a Armani. Hold on, it's Giorgio Armani. Was it Parfumo? Yeah, I'm gonna find the name for you. But though, like Fumo. Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's not what it is. It's a Giorgio Armani. It's one of these scents. Those are my top three. Uh, do abs play a role in genetics? I think it's the opposite. Genetics play a role in your abs. So genetically, some people are predisposed to have certain shapes in their abs, just like I got a certain shaped head and a certain shaped nose. I didn't pick that. That shit was picked for me. So it's the same thing with your abdominals. Like I know some guys who got like 8-pack abs because they have a long torso and like their abdominals just shaped that way. Like, I know some people who can't get a 6-pack. They can only get a 4-pack, but they'll be very low body fat percentage, right? So like it's one of those things where how your abs look when you get lean is purely genetic. You can't control that. But how prominent they are, how developed they are, how visible they are, you have control over that by increasing the size of your abdominal muscles and then also reducing your body fat percentage. So they're actually visible, right? If you need help with that, just go get the free fat loss system. I break it down. My man Big Dimes is 12 years old. I cannot do your macros, man. Got to be over 21. All right, Alan Alford. You ready, Alan? Get your pen and pad out. Big dog, get your pen and pad out. 50 years old. All right. Half century man, 210. Okay, okay. And then 5'9". All right, let's get it popping. Let's get it. So, I would put you on 160 grams of protein a day, and then let's get your carbs and fats. We gonna go 60 grams of carbs, 100. No, 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 no. 100 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. So I'm gonna say that again for you, man. 160 grams of protein a day, 62 grams of fat, 100 grams of carbs a day. You do that, you'll get lean as hell. You know what I'm saying? You guys over there in Instagram land, you know what I'm saying? You want some macros done? Let me know, man. Just type your age, height, weight, and goal in the chat, and I got you. Goku Fitness says 43-year build B ox. Okay, I don't know what that means. So you just have to lower your body fat enough. It's both. It's you have to have abdominal muscles, and then you also have to lower your body fat percentage. So it's both. It's not just one or the other. Like you can have low body fat percentage and little baby thin abs, and nobody's gonna notice them. Like they're not gonna be prominent if you haven't taken the time to develop them. One of the best pieces of advice that I got on abs when I was first developing my six pack is train your abs with resistance. Like add resistance to your ab training, and then that's gonna ultimately lead to your abs growing, the ab muscles getting thicker and thicker to the point where, over time you can see them and they look good and they look prominent. Training them, hella painful next day, but you got to do it. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Without pain, there is no progress. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what they say, pressure bursts pipes, but pressure also makes diamonds. Come on, baby. Is just counting calories enough to lose weight? I'm 34. I started at 250. I'm down to 240. Let's clap it up for Dylan out here losing weight. That's how we do it, baby. so, so tracking calories will help you lose weight, but tracking macros will get you lean. Okay. If you tracking calories and you're in a deficit, you're gonna lose weight. But weight is comprised of what? Fat, muscle, water, hair, right? Everything is weight. So if you lose weight, you may be losing muscle, which will make you look exactly the same when you lose all the weight, because you're not gonna develop any type of shape and definition because you have lost muscle in the process of losing fat, right? So what I encourage my clients to do is track macros, because macros are what make calories. So if you're tracking macros, you are tracking calories. And if your macros are designed around a calorie deficit, right? You don't have to worry about the calories, because if you're hitting your macros, you're hitting your calories. And then what it does is it gives you freedom to not only be able to see your body change, get all sexy, flexy, like my homie Brinley. Brinley just pulled up. She's sexy. She know what it is, right? You get all sexy, flexy, and then you can stay that way and enjoy your favorite foods in the process, man. Because all you gotta do is hit your macros. That's it. That's why I teach macros, man. I think it's the best shit ever. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, man. Yo, I'm 21, 5'10", 175. I'm trying to build muscle and the most fat in my stomach because I'm drinking days. I'm sorry, man. That's just funny the way you worded that. Okay, so I mean, I can give you your macros, bro. I got you, man. 21 years of age. This is for my man's band, man. 5'10", me and you the same height. And you 175. All right. So you what we call skinny fat, bro. I know them numbers, man. You skinny fat. So yeah, I would put you on like a one, yeah, similar to my last homie, 160 protein, right? We would give you a little bit more carbs. Hold on. 120 carb, 50 grams of fat. You do that every day, band man. You're gonna get lean as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get lean as hell, band man. Let's keep a gallon of water on deck. Goku Fitness, brother. I'm 225 pounds. How much weight do I need to lose to have a 12 pack? I don't know if you can have a 12 pack, man. 12 pack is genetic. I mean, I can tell you what you gotta do to get low body fat percentage, man. But I can't guarantee you're gonna have a 12 pack. Christian Kirby is 6', 140, 13. Christian, I cannot do your macros. You got to be over 21. Ricardo Jones, I think I did your macros the other day, Ricardo. 21, 5'8", 165. I have abs, but I want to build muscle. All right. Well, hopefully you write this down. All right, Ricardo. Go get your pen and pad, big dog. 165. So we would put you on, let's go here. So definitely gonna have to give you some carbs to fuel your training. You're gonna gain weight pretty quickly on what I'm about to give you. All right, so just make sure you're tracking it so you don't gain too much weight too fast, right? But 169. So basically, we'll just say 170 grams of protein. You do that at 280 carb, 50 grams of fat, my man, Ricardo, you're gonna make all kinds of gains. You're gonna put on all kinds of muscle. Just come shout a brother out, man, when you start seeing that first 5 to 10 pounds. Come on, all right. John Smith. How to get on your program, Alan Alford. Alan, you would have to apply to become a part of the Armstrong Army. I cannot guarantee that you will be, admitted. But what I can say is, it's for people who are hard workers, man, who are not willing to put in the work, who are willing to put in the work, who not afraid of hard work. Not gonna make a bunch of excuses, right? If you ain't never lifted weights before, right? If you got a bunch of excuses, do not apply. It's not for you, right? But if you're not afraid of hard work, man, and you coachable, right? And you know your way around, the weight room, or you got a weight set at home, something like that, like you can apply. And saying myself or somebody from the team, we reach out, we'll talk and see how we can help. All right. Ricardo, my man, no problem. Rez T is 28. All right, Rez T, get your pen and pad out, big dog. 28 years of age, 5'10", 200 pounds, 200 lbs. All right, so I'm assuming you want to lose some fat, my brother. Let's go ahead and get some of that body fat off you so you can see your abs. You, being 5'10", you might be able to see them this summer, okay? So, what I would put you on is 170 grams of protein. All right, that's where you would start. At least get a gallon of water in every single day, and do that with 100 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat a day. You do that, Resi T. Come on, man. You gonna get all kinds of fat loss, man. Just shout your boy out when you start to see those abs this summer, man. If you guys want to learn how I do, all these macro calculations, just grab my free fat loss system. You know what I'm saying? The links below for both of y'all. It's good. We got a replay button right on. Hey, man, replay button, man. Shout out to the replay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I am Nidra. What you talking about, man? Maureen, when is the best time to drink protein? Ain't no best time. Just keep that shit. Just make sure you get that shit consistently. Ain't no best time. I think you don't have any experience. You can think whatever the fuck you want to think. Right? I didn't ask for your opinion, man. Dave said, "What's good, Cory?" Hey, what up, Dave? What's poppin', man? Hope all is well over there in Northwest Florida, man. Wavy Crockett, 5'7", 173, 32. Lose fat. What's those macros? Wavy, go get your pen and pad, big dog. We about to drop it in the chat. All right. So 5'7", 173. All right. 150 grams of protein a day at minimum, okay? You're going to start there. And then you go 90 grams of carbs, 60 grams of total fat. My brother, you do that. I've been telling everybody who's looking to start now, you can see your first like 10 to 15 pounds come off before 4th of July. But you got to start now. All right? Hey, Goku Fitness, what up? I got you, Goku. So look, Goku Fitness, 43 years of age, guys, 224. Goku Fitness is also flying the Nimbus. No, I'm playing. 5'7". All right. Goku Fitness. You want to lose some fat? This is what you're going to want to do. 170 grams of protein a day. You do that at 100 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat, right? My man's over there says 70 grams. 70 grams of fat. You're going to lose all kinds of fat, man. Just make sure you're at least getting like a gallon to a gallon and a half in. Dave, you got to give me your stats again with your age. I need your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. That's how I'm going to be able to build your macros. If you want your macros done, give me your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. I can get it. I can get it popping. What up? What up? Yeah, man. What's up, y'all? Hey, love, watching your videos, brother. Appreciate the support, man. Glad I can help. Look very young, brother. Hey, I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's my genetics, man. Y'all should see my mama. She looked the same for like the past 10, 15 years. All right, young Dave, 52 years of age, 5'9", 255. All right, you can get to 240 pretty easily if you do this, man. So we're gonna put you on 180 protein, right? 110 carb, right? 65 fat, right? So you do that. You got to hydrate though. This is an aggressive deficit. You know, it'll work, but it only work if you get at least, I would say, a gallon of water in a day, Dave. Do about 30 grams of fiber every day. You hit those macro numbers I just gave you, man. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to hit that 240 by, if not 4th of July, at least by the beginning of August, right? Hey, Corey, mind if I ask a question about making videos? I do not mind. Right? That's why I'm here, man. Ask away, man. Genetics is crazy. You know the vibes, man. Dave is on the treadmill right now. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's clap it up for Dave out here getting shit done while on the live, man. RCB Cup. I don't know what that means, but shout out to you. Let me see your mama. I mean, I'm sure if you search around my Facebook or my Instagram, you could find her if you want to see her. You know, but it's a little weird to ask, hey, can I see your mama? What's what? What, man? For sure, for sure. Furious, what up? Man, O'Glane Fit says, I do online coaching too, but I'm struggling with scripting when making videos. I don't script my videos. I think people can tell. But I've also been doing this shit for 10 years. So I'm not saying that like you should replicate that if you don't have 10 years of experience coaching people and doing fitness content. Uh, is there's a gradual progression. What you really want to do when it comes to like making videos is you want to have like a winning formula, right? My mentor Brandon Carter taught me something called the EPIC formula, right? It's an acronym, EPIC. E stands for engage. All right. What am I about to talk about? P is like the premise, or what am I promising that you'll learn from this? Right. Why am I telling you this? Why you should keep watching? I is the info. Let's just go through all the shit, right? Why this is relevant. And then C is the call to action. What do I want you to do next now that you've watched this? That's optional, right? Some content you're gonna be telling people, hey, if you want more help with this, do this thing. Check out this thing, you know. Or if you just want them to engage, hey, you guys like this? Do this, and I'll do more of this, right? That's it. You do that, that formula in your brain, like I think you can pretty much make anything content-wise be compelling and people want to watch it. Hello, Corey. I hope you've been well. I have, official Nana. I've been trying to display my nephew, but he keeps saying if he sees you at the grocery store, he'll slap the back of your head and run. What would you do? He ain't gonna do shit to me, man. Ain't nobody gonna do shit, man. Anybody talking about they're gonna do something is not about that life, man. 6'3", 179, keep cutting 170 till I see some abs, or what should I do from there? I think you just answered your question. Like the obvious choice would be to get lean, see your abs, and then build muscle from there. Because here's the thing. Fat does not go away. People think it does, but like fat cells in your body are permanent. So they only grow or shrink. So when you burn fat, when you lose fat, your fat cells are still there. They're just smaller. They've shrunken. So ideally, you want to keep the least amount of fat cells possible, right? So what you want to do is build muscle from a very lean standpoint, because not only is your body going to be more what you call anabolic, right? It's going to respond better because it's coming from the standpoint of being in a deficit, so it'll respond more to the surplus. But you minimize the likelihood that you'll get even fatter, right? Last thing you want to do is build muscle while you already got a big ass belly. Cause ain't nobody gonna notice. You just gonna look like a big smooth motherfucker. You're gonna look like Mark Henry. You know what I'm saying? Mark Henry strong, but don't nobody want to look like Mark Henry. What's the best creatine brand? I don't think there is a best creatine brand. I think just get creatine monohydrate consistently. I don't think there's a special brand. Do I need apple cider vinegar in live or the workout? Nah, man. I got apple cider vinegar in my cabinet. I use that shit like, I don't know, like once a year or something. When I'm like, hey, I want to detoxify my digestive tract a little bit more. You know what I usually do though? Just drink water. And just fast once a week. It does the same thing apple cider vinegar will be doing for you. Hey Corey, I've been consistent on my workout and diet, but my B day coming up on 29th of June. My girlfriend says too. Haven't drunk since last year. How many drinks should I consume? That's your decision, man. You a grown ass man. Like I can't tell you what you can and can't do on your birthday, right? You just got to look at drinking like what it is. It's toxic. It's not gonna help you lose fat or build muscle. The process of what your body has to go through to get rid of it is gonna set you back for at least 24 to 48 hours. Because when you consume alcohol, because it's toxic, your body prioritizes pushing it out the liver, right? And in that time period of it doing that, like essentially lipolysis, which is the fat burning process, and muscle protein synthesis, which is muscle repair, muscle growth, those processes are stopped until the alcohol is all gone. So depending on your activity level and metabolic rate, you're gonna lose 24 to 48 hours of progress drinking this shit. So if you cool with that, then hey, drink up. If you ain't cool with that, then I would consider something different. But it's definitely about how much, but it's also about how your body responds to alcohol in general. It's very individual, but you're gonna lose at least a day at minimum, even if you just have a shot, right? You ain't. I know they want to tell you, oh man, Tito's, man, it's low calorie. You can get away with that shit, man. Fuck what they talking about, man. It's gonna mess up your progression. Any views on ashwagandha? I think ashwagandha is great. Ashwagandha helps your body get better at managing stress. Some studies have linked it to reduction in cortisol and improve recovery, which can enhance muscle growth and fat loss. Sometimes I'll be taking an ashwagandha before bed. I get good sleep. So I'll be tracking my sleep with my Oura ring. It'd be like, oh shit, your restoration is up today. I'll be like, oh, shout out to the ashwagandha, baby. What up? Official breadwinner. Hey, no problem, man. That's how we get down. That's how we get down, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what it is. You know what it is. I'm gonna just wave at a few people on Instagram, man. Say what up. Cold showers 6 days a week changed my life. Some people like that cold shower shit. I've never really been a fan of it, but some people like it. It gets them up in the morning. You know what gets me up in the morning? A can of black cold brew coffee and a walk outside. That's what I do every morning. You are my inspiration, brother. Hey, I appreciate that. You obviously have impeccable taste, my friend. And I wish nothing but the best for you, man. What's the best way to get electrolytes in before a workout? Just get it in powder form. I usually be getting like these tablets from LMNT. You know what I'm saying? And I just pop one in my water and I drink it. I actually mix it in with my pre-workout a lot of the times. What does cold showers do? Cold showers or cold exposure in general, there's a lot of benefits from a cognitive perspective. Any type of cold exposure will enhance the amount of dopamine that your brain produces, so make you happier, right? Give you more drive, more motivation. Also, you're just doing something difficult, right? That's difficult to be in a cold shower. So it sort of expands your willpower, your ability to deal with stress and difficult tasks because you're doing something difficult first thing in the morning. A lot of people, it wakes them up, obviously. It's cold, right? So it does that. And there's even some science that links it to like reduction in inflammation, right? So it's good for like recovery. It's good for pain, right? Pain management. Why am I still big as hell? Because you are participating in what we call BBB, which is big belly behavior, right? You're doing things that a big person would do, and therefore you are big as hell. Hey, coach, how do I track calorie consumption on a daily basis? There's a lot of ways to do it. Easiest way, just download an app to your phone. You got a phone right now. That's why you're watching me, right? Just go find a calorie tracking app. You can go to the app store, calorie tracking app. It's fine, whichever one resonates with you. Before I built my own app and started tracking on there, I used to track on an app called MyFitnessPal. It's free. It's like the Google of foods. So like pretty much any food that you search for, it'll pop up in there and it'll give you the data. You just hit the button and tell it that you had it and how much you had, and it does the rest for you. Eric Clapton, that ass. I don't know who Eric Clapton is, but hey, shout out to him for making an appearance in the chat. Metallica fan, been following a lot of your advice. Not at all, not all. Lost 10 pounds while building muscle, especially the bag of frozen veggies and green meats. Hey, hey, Metallica fan lost 10 pounds. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for him. Best fasting time split. I don't think there is a best fasting time split. I think it's very individual. I think it depends on the lifestyle of the person doing the fasting. I personally fast very often, and it fluctuates depending really on my schedule, right? Really, the schedule determines when I'm going to fast, right? So you take a day like earlier this week, I had a bunch of meetings on Monday, for example. And I was like, man, do I really want to take a lunch break, or do I just want to bang out all this content? You know what I'm saying? And then get these meetings done. I said, you know what? I'm not going to eat until after all my meetings are done. So I just did my 24-hour fast that day, right? I ate dinner on Sunday at like 6. I just didn't eat again until 6 p.m. on Monday. That's why, though, I did it that way, because it was like a productivity hack, right? And then I always do a weekly fast anyway to detoxify the body. You know what I'm saying? Keep the metabolism revved up. Keep me looking young and handsome, right? And lean. But some people, like my clients, like we'll program it for them. Like, so we'll tell them, like I had a guy the other day, he signed up, he does the night shift, right? So he was like, man, like, I'm up while everybody's asleep. What should I do? I said, all right, we're gonna have you start eating your meals at like 7 p.m. and you're gonna be done eating by like, I think we had him done, it had to be like 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And he just ate his meals from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. Because he gets done with his shift around like 6 in the morning, and then he goes to sleep, right? So the window of time depends on the person. You wanna make determinations of what's the best window for you based off your goals and your lifestyle. If you want to practice intermittent fasting, that's why I like it so much. Intermittent fasting is flexible. You can make it fit you, instead of these goofy ass diets where they tell you got to get rid of a whole food group just just to get lean and be, what I'm saying, and be healthy. It's stupid. What time is too late to eat at night? Ain't no time that's too late, man. Ain't no time that's too late. If you work a blue collar job, is it necessary to go to the gym and focus on sleeping well and eating better? If you like your results, you don't have to change shit. You can just keep doing what you've been doing and tell yourself that your physical job is enough. All right. If you I think you make that determination. You take your shirt off today. You look at your belly. If you happy with how your belly look, then don't do nothing different. Just keep working your physical labor job and tell yourself that, oh man, I'm doing enough. But if you look at your stomach and it's big as hell, then and you don't like that, you want to change that, that tells you that no, your physical labor job is not enough. Okay. My man is down 30. Hey, Joshua's down 31 pounds. Let's clap it up for the homie Joshua. Young Joshua, man. Congratulations on that, man. Happy for you. Happy for you to say the least. Word. Yeah. Yep. And if you guys want your macros done, go ahead, type your age, height, weight, and goal in the chat, and I got you. Yo, how do I know how many calories I'm burning? Get you a calorie tracker. All right, get you something to track your calories. Activity tracker, like a Oura Ring, Fitbit, Whoop, Garmin, Apple Watch, you name it, they got it. Appreciate it, man. Intermittent fasting is great. I would agree with that statement. I would agree wholeheartedly with that statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say I couldn't agree more. Is peanut butter toast with eggs good for breakfast? Nah, bro, that shit ain't got no protein, man. Nah, I'm playing with you. It's fine, man. Like, it's not about like the breakfast meal. It's about the total day's worth of macros. That's really what it is. That's the real magic. So it's about like how does that meal selection actually fit your macros for the entire day? If you're not looking at that, that's where you playing yourself, right? Like let's say my macros, was I told somebody their macros a minute ago. 180 grams of protein, 70 grams of fat, 113 carb, right? And I wanted to do the meal that you just said, the peanut butter toast with eggs. Okay, so that's gonna cut into a big chunk of my fats for the day, right? Because eggs, like let's say I don't just eat one egg. I'm a grown ass man. I eat like 3 or 4, right? So that's gonna be a good 20 grams or so of fat. It's gonna be a good 20 grams or so of protein too. And then the peanut butter is like, depending on the servings, that's gonna be another 10 to 20 grams of fat, right? So now I'm sitting at like 30, maybe even 40 grams of fat out of my 70 already gone for the day. So now the rest of my day, I'm basically just like leaving, like eating really lean, right? Which is cool. You can do it, but like I would rather go something that has a little bit more protein because my protein is 180. That's a big chunk of my nutritional makeup that I have to really focus on. So I would really prioritize getting as much of that as possible. Do you like put that in the calculator? Nah, man. I just put it inside the app. You know what I'm saying? I just put all that shit in an app. Now I built my own app, right? The Cory Armstrong Fitness has an app. It's just for my clients and me, right? You got to be a part of the program for that. But like you guys can do that right now with like one of the free apps, like MyFitnessPal. You just take the shit my man said. He said, what did he say? Peanut butter toast, right? And eggs. You just log in how many eggs, how much toast, how much peanut butter, and it does it for you. Do you have any advice? Do you have any advice to start a fitness business? Yeah, like focus on give, 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 and then maybe ask, right? Like, just focus on value. I'm telling you, it's that's the only thing that matters, right? Like, what is a business? A business provides solutions to somebody's problem, right? So, for example, I took my girlfriend on the date to get on a boat tour. We got on one of those gondolas kind of like the little Italy boats, like the long ass boats, you know what I'm saying, with the hood over the top. And we had dinner, right? So that business, what problem did they solve? A cool date night spot that was in my area, right? That fit my preferences and I could afford to do, right? They solved my problem. My problem was I need somewhere to take my girl on Sunday. She like food. We need to be able to eat and hang out, have fun. So they solved that problem for me, right? So you got to focus if you're gonna start a fitness business. Like, what is the problem for your unique client that you can solve in your unique way? And everything that you produce as far as like content, as far as your structures, your plans, your strategies, your marketing, like everything should be centered around that. What's the problem that the person that I want to serve has, and then how do I help them solve that problem? Yo, Corey, I'm trying to lose fat, and is cardio necessary? No, cardio doesn't burn fat. Calorie deficit burns fat. Cardio is probably the one of the worst ways to lose fat. It's like the worst approach to fat loss if that's all you do. The best approach is strength training. Obviously, the calorie deficit is built through your nutrition, so that's first. Strength training second, and then like you can throw in some cardio last. What's up, Unc? Greetings. What's popping? TikTok's in the building. What up, TT? If y'all can hear me, type one in the chat. TikTok. If my audio's good. When did you realize in your fitness journey that you were locked in? I realized I was locked in my fitness journey when people kept commenting on the things that I was doing. This is how you know you locked in. When the motherfuckers that knew you before you started your journey constantly have something to say about how you're behaving different, right? Like it's like one of those things. They started to look at you different because you are different, and you can't get upset with them because they don't understand because they haven't chose to make the change that you decided to make. You know, you chose it for yourself. Some people gonna fuck with it, some people not. But that's when I figured. That's when I learned. I was like, okay, they look at me different, they talk to me different. You know, they make comments about what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm locked in. I've become somebody different. How do you calculate protein with body weight? You don't. You calculate protein based off your caloric goal. If you want me to build your macros right now, my brother, just give me your age, height, weight, and goal in the chat, and I'll build your calories and macros for your goal. Was able to help someone stop buying Doritos for Quest chips. Hey, let's clap it up for Josh. Josh out here saving somebody from big belly behavior. Eating Doritos will keep your stomach big as hell. It's what we call big belly behavior. What about if you're building muscle for cardio? Cardio doesn't help with muscle growth, it helps with endurance. So it can translate to your muscle growth because your endurance could be better in your training sessions, which could lead to better performance, but it's indirect, right? It's an indirect side effect. JD says, what's good, Coach Corey? What up? What's poppin', JD? Welcome to the live. RFK Fitness Official. What up, RFK? I think you should have entered the presidential campaign. I think you would have done great. 200 pounds, 22-year-old man, male. I need your height to go with that to get your macros. What do you do when you can make change? What do you do when you can make changes to your diet? What do you do when you can or when you can't? Because when you can, you just do it. Like Nike said, I don't speak can't. You know what I'm saying? That's defeatist language. That's not in my vocabulary, man. I don't know what the fuck you talking about when you say you can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't focus on shit like that. You have a macro tracking app. I have a tracking app for my coaching program. Yes, for my clients. I don't own like a special app like just for tracking macros though. Like We have a coaching platform where I program my clients' meals and workouts. We do communication, community, accountability, all that stuff, like video calls, all that stuff inside the app. Macro tracking is a part of it, right? But if you need a macro tracking app that's free, it's a ton of them, man. I used to use MyFitnessPal back when I was just starting out, man. It's free. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good app. I'm planning to eat grass-fed beef burgers with sweet potatoes. That good dinner tonight. That sounds like a good ass dinner to me. It sounds like a top tier dinner, man. It's got so beef burgers, lean. That's lean beef, y'all. High protein, right? It's got some dietary fats in there. You know, beef. It's got the B vitamins. It's got the zinc, right? It's got all that good stuff. Then he's gonna throw in the sweet potatoes for the nice complex carbs, right? Some fiber. That sounds like it's gonna hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Josh says, way up for sure. Thanks, Corey. You the GOAT. Hey, man, I appreciate that. RFK, I think you asked for some macros too. I got you, RFK. RFK, it's 200 pounds, 22-year-old male, and what is he, 6'4"? Shout out to 6'4". All right, so RFK, how you do? I'm gonna put you on 185 grams of protein, 120 carb, 75 fat. RFK. That's what I put you on. Add Brussels sprouts to that meal. Living in the sip says JD needs to get some Brussels sprouts. He needs some more veggies. Yo, Brussels in that meal would be fire. I ain't gonna hold you. That'd be fire. Like that's something I would order at a restaurant. Bro, why I gotta be 25 plus to get help, bruh? I got high standards, man. That's like asking me, why does my girl gotta be a baddie, right? Because I'm a top tier type of dude, man. I'm not gonna subject myself to something that. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. No, I literally have never coached anybody under the age of 25. True story. I've had people apply for the program and they just wasn't a good fit, man. We get on that consultation call and I'm like, bro, I can't help you. You're just not in the right mindset right now. You're not in the right position in your life. You're not gonna be able to adhere to the things that I ask you to do. So I mean, you might be the first, but I ain't never had nobody under 25 like really be serious about their fitness enough to join my program. Is it better to take creatine before or after workout? It don't fucking matter. Just take the creatine, man. Creatine timing is bullshit, man. You know what actually works when it comes to creatine is being consistent long enough for your muscles to saturate with the creatine. That's where you get the effectiveness of it anyway. So don't worry about the timing. The internet is going to tell you to load it, to put it with your pre-workout, put it after workout. It don't matter, man. All the benefits come when your muscles saturate with the creatine. Mr. Yak says, I took creatine, now I'm bald. No, Mr. Yak, you are bald and you took creatine, man. Creatine ain't got shit to do with you being bald, man. What's your favorite cheat meal? I like sushi and I like pizza right now. Those are my top two. P Funk says, what up, Coach Corey? What up, P Funk? Greetings. Greetings. Yo, Corey, I was 198, now I'm 160. Thanks to your advice. Let's clap it up for the homie Sig the 69, man. Clap it up, man. I hear using the advice. Guys, if you want similar results like Sig the 69, yo, just grab my free fat loss system. Links in the comments for you guys over there in YouTube land, TikTok. Y'all got to go to the link in the bio for that, but it's free. Go get that. I just hit a plateau in my weight loss. What should I do? You should incorporate a plateau breaker, man. If you go to my most recent YouTube video, I talk about how I helped Brennan lose over 100 pounds, right? And some of the plateau breakers that we utilize was extended fasting for 28 to 48 hours. Some of the other fasting plateau breakers that I've used for other clients is increasing steps count, so doubling it, going from like 10,000 steps a day to 20,000 steps a day. You can introduce carb cycling. There's a ton of things that you can do, right? But if you need like more concise format, just go get the free fat loss system. I outline a few of them in there. No BS fitness tips with Coach Cory. Hey, I appreciate that, Josh. What up? What up? Mr. Badia, respect your gym videos. Hey, I appreciate the support, my man. Means everything, y'all. Means everything. Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Let me all right. For sure. Hi, Corey. For a refeed, do I add 300 calories above maintenance? I think that would be appropriate for a refeed. A lot of my clients, that's what we do. We add somewhere between 300 to 500 calories to maintenance, and that will give you just enough to refuel those glycogen stores, you know, replenish those leptin levels, replenish those ghrelin levels, and have you out here ready to attack the next week of the deficit if you're still on the fat loss journey. Scrappy, the developer. What up, Scrappy? Love your videos. My big ass belly is going down slowly but surely, trying to be consistent. Hey, let's clap it up for Scrappy. Scrappy came on here without Scooby. You know what I'm saying? Out here losing that big ass belly. You lose that big ass belly. I have a question. What do you think of taking 3 cups of blueberries and 1 cup of strawberries every day, or too much fruit? Listen, I don't look at nutrients like that. There's not a thing where I'm like, oh, this amount is too much. Nah, it's what's the macros on that. I don't know the macros on it, but that's how I would determine it. Like, let me just chat GPT it, right? Because that's how I would determine it. I would just be like, how many grams of carbs is 3 cups of blueberries, right? So how many grams of carbs is 3 cup blueberry, right? So this thing says that's 60 grams of carbs, right? Because 1 cup is 21. That's a lot of carbs in relation to somebody who's looking to lose fat, right? Like, it depends on what your carbs is for the day. Like, my brother asked for his macros a minute ago. Let's just use his, right? I gave him 180 protein, 70 grams of fat, right? And 120 grams of carbs. Let's just use his macros, right? If he had 3 cups of blueberries alone, we ain't even add the strawberries yet. That's half his carbs for the day, right? Because you take 120, 60 is half of that. So then you have to ask yourself, do I only want to eat the rest of my meals within a 60, gram range of carbs? Maybe. Maybe the rest of your day you're gonna keep it pretty lean and you're not gonna have a lot of carbs. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I have like waffles in the morning, and I'll be having the Belgian waffles with the powdered sugar. That should be like 100. It'd be like 100 grams of carbs. It'd be like a big chunk of my carbs for the day, depending on my macros at that time. And then the rest of the day, I'm just eating protein and vegetables pretty much. But that's how I look at it. It's not about the fucking cups number, man. It's about the macros. Queen Linda, how are you, sir? Queen Linda, I am stupendous. All right, how you doing, girl? You stupendous too? It's a baby in your picture. Shout out to the baby. Air fryer question. Is an air fryer good to use? Yeah, why not? All right, what is it doing? It's frying your foods without the inflammatory markers of breading and oil and that buttery batter bullshit. Yeah, like who? Yeah, of course. I can't think of a bad thing about air fryers. I'm starving, man. How you doing? I'm not starving. I'm drinking water. Right? Maybe you should pick some up too. Nah, I'm looking to maintain weight. All right, so you gotta listen. Sig the 69. If you at your goal, look at that 60 grams of carbs and how it relates to your carb goal for the day, right? Because it's all about your carb goal for the day. For sure. Oh, we got the 10-month-old in the picture. What up, 10-month-old? Sig the 69 says, thank you, brother. You're welcome. I'm glad I can help. Do stress really slow weight loss? Yes, it does. It fucks everything up. I'm on another water fast. Always feel great when they are completed. Let's clap it up for Tay. Tay out here getting it done. You know what I'm saying? Miss Queen Linda says he's so bad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're a little mischievous. You know what I'm saying? That's just energy. You got to teach them how to channel that. I was bad too. Now look at me. I use all this energy to help people. You've been a huge inspiration since the beginning. I'm glad I could be an inspiration, G Unique. My fitness journey about 2 to 3 years ago. Super grateful for your fruitful mind information. Okay, salute, brother. One love. Hey, G Unique. I'm glad, man. Salute you too, man. Benjamin Pate says word. That's what I'm talking about. Young Benji. I know he just love him, mommy. I'm all his attention. Hey, sometimes you gotta show your mama some love, man. I got a mama. I show her love too. Can I still drop weight being stressed? Yeah, but it's gonna be tougher, son. It's gonna be difficult. It's like asking, can you still drive your car with a flat tire? Yeah, it's gonna be a rough ride. Yeah, you can drive it, you can get there, but it's gonna be a slower progression. Him B-Day next week. I'm his only parent, pretty much. Hey man, shout out to single parents out here still making it happen. It could work out okay. I grew up in a single parent household. I turned out okay. But you gotta make sure you gotta drop the hammer. My mom was like a thug. She was an enforcer. So I'm afraid if I didn't have that fear that my mom would like knock me out at any moment, I think I would have ended up in the streets, man. So I thank her for that. Yo, what's up, brother? What you think of hiking with 60-pound backpack for 12 miles every day and doing strength training every other day? You think I need a lot of protein? Okay, so everybody here, I'm gonna be clear. You all need lots of protein, right? You need a ton of protein because like protein and fats dietarily are the building blocks of your body, right? Protein is the foundation of your muscles, keeping them together and obviously repairing them if you're strength training a lot. And then fats is the structure for your cells and for your hormones, right? So literally everything in our bodies, with the exception of like, water, comes from protein and fats, right? So we need protein, fats, and water, right? You need a lot of all of them, okay? Now, with that in mind, how much do you need? It depends on your goals, right? If you want me to do your macros, just give me your age, height, weight, and goal. I'll do your macros for you. But that in mind, like, yeah, if you strength training, yeah, you need a lot of protein. But a lot is relative, man. You need a target. It's not like enough to say a lot. That's not a real goal. That's like I used this example the other day. That's like I live in South Florida. If I wanted to travel to like Detroit, Michigan to visit my mom, right? I have to drive north. That's correct. It is north. But north is not a direction. Like it's not the road map. I actually need like to know what street she's on, what routes to take, what expressways, when to get off, all that. I need the routes. That's what like tracking your protein is going to give you. It's like the route to the body that I want. Love the vids, man. TikTok and YouTube keep people going. Appreciate that, De Niro guy. Appreciate that, brother. Let's keep winning. How do you feel about creatine? I feel like it's the best supplement there is. Everybody should be taking it. Good to see you and hear your voice. Cool dude, very positive. I can appreciate that. Appreciate that, Linda. Queen Linda, to be exact. I'm not sure how I would label it, but I do 100 reps of push-ups. I do some pull-ups, lots of body weight. That's what we call endurance training. You're doing a bunch of reps of resistance movements. So you building your endurance up. How many pull-ups should I do on back day? As many as you can. Is an aggressive bulk worth going on 1,000 surplus as my weight is stuck after a few years of bulking up? If you don't mind being fat, yes. If that's an issue for you, like being fat is an issue for you, then nah, that might be a little bit much. I did an aggressive bulk like that before, and I got fat swole. I did not like it. Any tips for someone who can't do a pull up? Do negative pull ups, slow negative pull ups to be exact. I have videos on this. You can go find it on YouTube. Just type pull ups Cory Armstrong Fitness. But like you basically get like a box or a bench or platform of some sort. You jump up to the top of the pulling motion. So like when you pull up, you start at the bottom and you pull up, right? So this is the top of the movement. You jump up there off of a box. You hold yourself for 3 to 5 seconds, right, at the top, and then you slowly lower yourself down. So you're basically doing a reverse pull up. What that does is that trains the eccentric and the isometric parts of the muscle contraction, which are actually stronger parts of the contraction in comparison to the concentric, which is the actual pulling yourself up motion. So what this will do is it'll strengthen your muscles, the muscles involved with pulling up way faster than just, being just doing push-ups. Does it ever get easier? Yes. I'm telling you how I was able to do it. That's literally what I did. And now I can do pull-ups with weights like 90 pounds. So yes, it gets easier. Maybe that's the wrong way to say it. It doesn't get easier. You just get better at it, right? You just get stronger, right? If that was helpful, give me a flex emoji in the chat, guys. I just want to be a me. Look at it. Hey, that's what's up. Thoughts on Diet Pepsi? I don't fuck with diet soda, man. Not because I think something's wrong with it. It's just I think it's a waste of liquid, man. Personally, y'all can have it if you need that sugar in your mouth. You need that sweetness in your mouth. I don't need that. I just need water and coffee. Sometimes electrolytes. Hey brother, where are you from? Which country? I'm from the U.S. of A. I originate from a place called Detroit, Michigan. I now live in South Florida. How about Olipop? I don't know what Olipop is, true Christian. What's Olipop? Let me Google that. What's Olipop? Olipop is, oh, it's a prebiotic soda, so that means it's good for digestion. Yeah, I think this is fine too. But again, am I going to drink it? Nah, I ain't going to drink it. They didn't make this for me, man. I don't care about flavored drinks, man. I care about hydration and energy. That's why I only drink coffee and water. Yeah, this got like 16 grams of carbs. Yeah, this ain't worth it for my macros personally. If you can make it fit your macros, I think it's fine. It's prebiotic, so it's good for digestion. But would I drink it? Nah. I kind of want to go for a Tom Holland or a Leon Kennedy. Shout out to Leon Kennedy, man. Y'all know who Leon Kennedy is, man? He saved the world several times from the zombie apocalypse. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? I think it's fantastic, man. I do it every day. Hello, my name is Zane. I'm from England. What up, Zane? What's popping? Zane must be a popular name, man. I had a call with a guy named Zane the other day. He ain't show up. He was like, fuck this shit. My brother, I work out 4 days a week for an hour. I'm exhausted at work. Any pointers on staying energized during the day? Yeah, put better nutrients in your body. You got to look at why you're not energized, right? Like it's two ways to energize the body: glucose and fat, right? So you're either running off food or fat, right? If you ain't got no energy, you just ain't got enough of your body burning the fat. It's not burning the fat, or you ain't got enough glucose in the tank. Or even worse, the outside factors is trash. You ain't sleeping well. Your stress levels is through the roof. You just not taking good care of your vessel, man. So what do? You correct it. You eat more whole foods, man. Things that stabilize your blood glucose levels so you have more sustained energy all day long. You focus on, hydration, man, because hydration actually helps your body metabolize body fat. So when you run out of glucose, it knows what to use next. Oh, he got fat there. Let's use it. Not saying that you fat. I don't know if you're big as hell or not, but everybody has fat, right? Because if you don't have fat, you die. You know, get sleep 6 to 8 hours, right? Like train your body to have more sustainable energy flow by like getting it better at burning energy, right? Which is strength training. All those things in combination, it leads you having more energy, bro. Um, Hopefully that was helpful. What was that Michael? Hopefully that helped, Michael. Guys, if that helped you, drop a flex emoji in the chat. If that helped you. What helps with testosterone levels? Glad you asked, man. Increasing protein will definitely help. Dietary fats, building block of hormones that help you produce more testosterone. 6 to 8 hours of sleep, making an appearance again, right? You get that sleep. That's when your body produces testosterone. Lowering your stress levels. Cortisol kills testosterone. So cortisol is the primary stress hormone. If you out here stressed out, about your job or your family or just anything, like it's gonna dampen your testosterone production. And lift weights. The more lean muscle you have, the more testosterone you'll produce. All those things in combination, I think, will help. Does pomegranate juice help with testosterone? Not necessarily. It helps with, it's a nitric oxide precursor. So it'll help your body produce nitric oxide, which helps with like dilating the blood vessels. So like you get like more pump, better blood flow, which indirectly could help to produce testosterone because if you have more like better blood flow, better circulation through the nitric oxide, that can help with your lifts. So in the gym, you could get better performance, with it to lead to better muscle growth, and indirectly, it'll influence your testosterone. Edward Clark, are you accepting clients? I am accepting clients, but there's a caveat. You got to be tough, right? I do not work with people who are soft, who can't take criticism. You know, the only people that I would advise applying for my program is people who are not afraid of weightlifting. You've lifted weights before, or you're lifting weights currently, right? If you haven't, I do not apply, right? If you like excuses, you're not willing to work hard, it's not gonna work, right? Because I'm gonna push you. But if you do want the help, you're willing to be coached, you're not afraid of lifting some weights and getting uncomfortable, just hit the link in my bio here. You can apply for a session with me and my team, man. And I'll see if I help. Retired military. Thank you for your service, brother. Thank you for your service. All the military guys that have gone through my program, man. I noticed something. The military just it breeds you a little tougher because you have to develop discipline to even get into the military. So, if you need some help, man, let's talk. Just apply and we'll go from there. What's something you always wanted to do when you got fit? I do the stuff I wanted to do. You want to know what kept me like motivated when I was fat and I was working on getting fit? I had a date that I was going to be at a like a pool party. So let me set the stage. I was a few years removed from college, and I had got out of shape, and there was going to be a event at my alma mater. It was going to be like a outdoor concert, right? And then I wanted to go to that outdoor concert with like a vest that had a zipper so I can like show my chest and abs off, right? So I bought the vest. It was like a sleeveless hoodie zipper vest. It sounds stupid and ridiculous. I know it is ridiculous. I only wore it like twice, right? So I bought it for this event. Before I could fit it, I bought it like two sizes smaller than what I was. That's how determined I was. I was like, I'm going to get in this. I was like an extra large. I bought it at a medium on purpose. And I went hard. I lost that 50 pounds in 5 months. I got in it. And then after that, like I want to say a couple months after, there was a pool party that I wanted to go to and wear it again. So I got even more ripped for that. Like I put on a few pounds of muscle, kind of made my abs look a little tighter. Some of the techniques that I use, guys, is in that free fat loss system. Go get that. But man, like I walked into there with my swimming trunks on, with the sleeveless hoodie, zipper vest had a zip down. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. At the time, I was single too, so I had to like, I had to tell them to get up off me. I had to beat them off with a stick a little bit. But yeah, like I do stuff where I wear things in a way to where I feel really good in it, and obviously, it exudes a level of confidence and inspiration in others. Uh, that's typically some of the stuff I really enjoyed building up to doing when I got fit. Now I like hearing other people's stories. Like that's my favorite thing now. Like when I get on like let's say I get a client transformation. Like you guys, if you want to see some of my transformations and get some inspiration yourself, just go to my YouTube channel, and on my playlist, it's a folder that says it's like testimonials or success stories. I forgot what I named it, but it's a bunch of them in there. It's like over it's over 20. I know it's a bunch of them in there. And like what I love is I like hearing their stories about like the stuff that they did. Like, what I'm saying? Like my man Brennan, who lost 100 pounds that I was talking about earlier, he was telling me like about how he goes into the workspace now and like people think he was on Ozempic. Like they don't even recognize him. You know what I'm saying? Um, he went from not being able to like play baseball to now he's like playing baseball on a regular basis again with his buddies, playing golf a lot. He's dating again, right? Like him going through his stories about like stuff that he's able to do. Like I feel like I'm reliving those moments at the beginning of my journey through these people, man. It's super dope. I told myself when I got fit, I would learn martial arts. Go get it, baby. Go get it. Tone B, what up? Tyrone, you better call Tyrone. What's up, Tyrone? 58, 265, 7. But since I follow you for a week, I lost 3 pounds. Let's clap it up for Tyrone, man. Tyrone lost 3 pounds in a week, baby. Following my content, man. That's what's up. I'm trying to get to 200 in 4 months. Protein, 100. Okay, 180 carbs. Oh no, 180 protein, 138 carbs, 75 fats. Look, Tyrone, that's gonna work. Those macros, if you've been doing it the last week and you lost 3 pounds, it's working. Don't change nothing. Okay. The best students in my program lose anywhere from 8 to 12 pounds in a month. 3 pounds in a week. 3 times 4 is 12. Right? You up there. I I be telling people my stats, like I lost 50 pounds in 5 months. They think I'm lying. Like they be looking at my pictures, be, oh, this is Photoshop, because they're losers, right? 10 pounds a month is not that crazy. That's just 2.5 pounds a week. You outdid my record, bro. You're doing 3 pounds a week. So you're doing perfect. Your macros are great. Do not change anything. Just ride those macros until you get to a point where your body starts to stabilize. And then at that point, you either introduce a plateau breaker or you readjust the macros to according to your fat loss at that point. If you ain't got the free fat loss system, go get it. I also dropped in the video, my most recent YouTube video, like the plateau breakers that I teach my clients. How do you lose 50 pounds in 5 months? Guys, um, you know, you can download my free fat loss system. The link is in the bio of my TikTok. But yeah, man, if you want some help right now, give me your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. You obviously gave me your goal, fat loss. I'll build your macros for you. I'll tell you how much protein, carbs, fats you need to eat. That's what macros are, Jay Bless. Protein, carbs, fats. The food you eat is calories. That's how you measure the energy in the food. And if calories is like a chair, then the legs of the chair are the macros. That's what hold it up. That's what makes sure that it's balanced, so you can actually sit on the chair, right? So, Mac, I'm just telling you like how to stabilize your chair so you can get to your goal. That's it. Hey man, I need help with my macros. I'm trying to lose 30 pounds. Yeah, just give me your stats, man. Like Edward just did in the chat. There's one thing you're missing though, Edward. I need your height too. So I need your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. Okay, I can do your stats. I hate the gym fitness classes. That's what's up. All right, Ed. Ed's been contributing to the chat, so we're gonna start with Ed, and then you guys. I'm gonna get to y'all too. I see y'all in the chat, man. So my man Ed, 229, 5, 6, 56, 56 years old. All right, Ed. So this is what you would do. This is what I would coach you on. This is where I would start you. 165 grams of protein, right? Start there. 100 grams of carbs a day at 65 grams of fat. You're going to at least want to get a gallon of water in every day, Ed, because this is an aggressive deficit, right? So you got to stay hydrated and shoot for maybe 30 grams of fiber. You do that, Ed, you're going to get really, really lean really quick, okay? So make sure you're training hard. Make sure you're hitting those numbers. But that's where you got to start. Jay Blessed, my man. Let's get it. Let's get it popping. Jay Blessed. So age 50, 6'6", and you are 295. Jay Bless, you what we call big as hell, right? So we're gonna help you with that, man. You know, you don't need to be that big, even though you tall. You close to 300, man. Ain't no 60-year-old 300 people, man. 300-pound people. Let's help a brother out. So I would advise you 200 grams of protein a day, Jay Bless. You do that, 125 carb, 80 grams of fat a day, you're going to lose all kinds of fat. My brother, since you tall, you're going to definitely want to get a gallon and a half to maybe even 2 gallons of water. But you do that, you ain't going to be big as hell no more, all right? Keep it up. Just shout me out when you lose your first 10 pounds. Hello, how can I prevent loose while losing weight? I think you're saying loose skin. The big three for prevention of loose skin is strength training, protein, and moisturize your skin. Let's translate that. Loose skin, right, is a side effect of losing muscle while you lose fat, right? So you get saggy baggy because you lost a bunch of muscle. The displacement of where the skin is stretched is the muscle. So you increase or retain as much muscle as you can. You do that through strength training. You do that through getting the appropriate amount of protein in relation to those workouts, right? And then in addition to that, you moisturize your skin so that it can like retract and repair itself. Guys, if that was helpful information, like the video. Tap that like button for your boy. I ain't asked y'all that today. Tap that like button for me. Star Wars fan, what up? 5817. Hey man, sorry, Star Wars fan. You know, I can only do your macros if you're over 21, man. Serenity says, for your help, Cory. I'm here to help however I can. Jib Star is back. He got off the top turnbuckle and came back. What time exercise do you recommend for somebody with high blood pressure? Strength training. Strength training, man. Go in there and lift some weights, baby. It's gonna help your body regulate your metabolic. It's gonna help your body regulate your blood, right? It's gonna help your circulatory system. But more important for you is the reduction of processed and inflammatory foods. like the exercise that you should stay away from is things where you're pressing overhead, right? Because you got hypertension, you could faint like that. But everything else, man, like strength training, you know, get strong. Chris the Jet says, ready for my journey? I'm talking to Chris in a little bit, man. Excited to talk to the brother Chris. Chris said he's about to turn his life around, man. He said he's tired of being big as hell. And I got you back, brother. All right, man. So yeah, drop the macro. Yeah, drop the Tone B says, I need some help. How can I help, Tone B? Any suggestion for fat arms and back rolls? Same suggestions. Lift weights, Miss Jones. Mrs. Jones. Lift weights, get stronger. Protein, right? Ain't no magic. You just gotta be consistent and have patience. Johnson and Johnson. Ain't that the lotion company? 510. Okay. 239. All right. All right. And 53. Johnson and Johnson. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, so it's gonna make this a little complex. But my basic recommendation, though, Johnson and Johnson, 170 protein. Just is cool. Okay, female. All right, so I gotta change it because Johnson and Johnson is that could be anything. All right, 150 grams of protein a day. You do that every day, Johnson and Johnson, with 60 grams of fat, 90 grams of carbs. You're gonna get lean. Matthew says, "Oh, I look so jolly and cute. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Tired of being in the BBB club. Yeah, no more big belly behavior. You know, if you don't need to. User, okay, user with the numbers. I got you, user. User is a male that's 22, 5'11". User is 208, and he wants to get okay. So you ain't that user. You ain't that far from your goal. You can get to 208 by 4th of July. So 180 grams of protein, user, 110 carb, 70 grams of fat. You do that every day. You're gonna get lean. I just want to pick your brain a little bit. I like your content first off, appreciate that. But what do you think of keto carnivore and not counting calories? People are still losing weight, a lot of weight that way. Listen, they can do whatever they want to do, right? Like keto carnivore works for some people, but why does it work? It doesn't work because they're not counting calories. It works because they're eating in a way that's making it easy for them to achieve a caloric deficit, right? None of this works without a calorie deficit. I teach tracking macros. Vegans tell you don't eat meat, just eat vegetables. The keto carnivore people tell you carbs are killing you. It's just, all of it works. But why does it work? Calorie deficit, right? So all they're teaching you how to do is achieve a calorie deficit by getting rid of a whole food group and then giving you more satiating foods, right? That make it harder to overeat. It's not nothing magical about keto carnivore. Like that's all it is. You can overeat keto carnivore too and end up big as hell. I know people who've done it, right? So it's like it really does come down to calories. Now, if you too lazy to track calories, I'm not saying you, fun dad. I'm just saying some people. Then that's fine. Like you don't have to, but you have to understand that the decisions you make in life determine where you go in life. So if you think that the decisions that you made to this point are fine, you don't gotta change. You don't have to start tracking calories like a maniac like me. You know what I mean? But for some people, they're tired, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they need a solution. I just provide the solution that has worked for me and worked for a few hundred people that I've helped. That's it. I'm not saying my solution's the only one. I'm just saying mine is my favorite one. And mine is the one that works for those people, you know? It's freeing in a way because it's like I can eat every food just as long as it fits my macros. I don't have to give up carbs forever. Like I like that. I like the sound of that. If y'all like the sound of that, drop a flex emoji in the chat, right? But like you don't have to eat this way. You could just never track in your life and eat keto carnivore, and if you're in a deficit, you'll get there. I just don't like guessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like guessing. Like I remember, Fun Dad brings up something like a thought in my head. There was a time when I was broke, and I could only afford a car that the odometer didn't work. So for you guys that don't know what an odometer is, it's the thing that reads how much gas is in your tank, right? So I was driving this car and I never knew how much gas was in the tank. So I had to literally every day gamble with gas and like, all right, I went to the gas station last night. I put enough in here. Hopefully it gets me to where I need to get to, right? But relying on hope wasn't enough. Sometimes I ended up on the side of the road having to walk to the gas station with a gas can because I did not estimate properly, right? That's a tough way to live life, man. Always having to guess and hope that you actually gonna make it to your destination. That's how it is not tracking calories, man, and not seeing it the change in your body and wondering why. You like, man, I gave up my foods, I'm putting in all this work, I'm sweating every day in the gym. Why am I not seeing results? That's because you're relying on hope. You ain't tracking. I hate that feeling. So that's why I really preach tracking. And the people that like are on board with that idea, like they hate guessing too. Like you think like think about it. Like all the most successful ventures in life involve some type of tracking. You know, like let's say you want to buy a house. You have to get approval from a bank to give you a loan, right? What's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to look at your credit history. What is credit? It's a track record of every decision you've ever made as it pertains to how timely you are with your bill payments, what other loans and credit lines you've taken out, like how you manage things, right? They want to know if you are consistent enough to trust with this loan, right? So all tracking really does is show you how consistent you really are. Some people don't want to own up to that. They don't want to deal with that reality. It's the same people that never check their credit. It's like, oh, I know it's bad. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to deal with that. Like, well, if you never look at it, you never improve it. That's my whole shit. Fun dad. I know that's a much longer experience, but answer. But that's how I think about it. That reminds me of when I would always park on a hill in my car so that if it wouldn't start, I could jump on it. It was terrible. Yeah, man. It's tough out here. It's tough in these streets, man. But if you get better, then those things improve as well. Uh, the true Christian. What up, the true Christian? 5'6", 300. The true Christian, you are what we call big as hell. We need to help you immediately. There's no reason you should be 300 pounds. Okay, sweetheart? I want to help save your life. All right? So go get your pen and pad out. I'm about to save a life. Let's save a life together, y'all. Let's do it. Right? So look, we're going to put you at, let's go 170 protein. And we're going to do that with 70 grams of fat, 100 grams of carbs. True Christian, you do that every day, you're going to need at least a gallon and a half of water. You need to drink a lot of water. But we're going to get you lean. Okay? Just make sure you stay hydrated and give me a shot when you lose your first 10 pounds. You're gonna lose if you start tonight. You're gonna lose it by 4th of July. I guarantee it. Yami says, "Do me." Hey, slow down, Yami. We just met. Nah, I'm playing. Drop your stats in the chat. Age, height, weight, and goal. Jennifer. I'm Jennifer from Luzerne County, PA. Took me 6 months to get past the plateau. Can you please tell me how to keep getting the weight off? I weigh 237 and was stuck. Jennifer, I would need to know more. Like, I can give you your stats. I got like 5 more minutes before I got to get out of here and get on my next meeting. But Jennifer, if you want me to give you your macros like I just gave the true Christian, just give me your age, your height, your weight, and your goal, and then I'll do that. Okay. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, I do have a free fat loss system below that has a full layout of like what you should be targeting in terms of calories, macros, training. It's the full blueprint that I use to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. And I've been teaching it to hundreds of people ever since. And I even did a video recently of me talking about how I helped my client Brennan lose 100 pounds. The exact strategy we use. It's on my channel. So go check that out. Oh, here we go. Jay Burt, 300. And I was 40, lost 100 pounds, now I'm 170. Hey, man, let's clap it up for Jay Burt, man. Jay Burt lost a hun bun. He lost 100. All right, so Jay Burt, I'm going to do Jay Burt's macros. So, Jay Burt, are you 40 now? Oh, shit, it's almost gone. Yeah, Jay Bird. Yeah. It got buried in the comments, man. Dang. Uh, what time you go to the gym in the morning, afternoon, or nights? I go in the morning. Um, yeah, I just go in the morning. But it's not like a special time. It's like what time can you commit to consistently is what matters. Jennifer, 50 years old, 5'1" and 237. Okay, let's get it. Let's do it. So right now, if I was coaching you, I would put your macros at the following. I would put you at 140 grams of protein a day, 90 grams of carbs, 55 grams of fat. You hit those numbers, you at least get at your size like a gallon to a gallon and a half of water, Jennifer. Get you like 20 to 30 grams of fiber a day. You're gonna start losing weight again. Right? I guarantee it. For sure. For sure. Chaotic Arts. I'm 17. Hey man, I can't do your macros if you're 17, man. You gotta be over 21. All right. I can do a couple more, then I gotta get out of here. Yes. The true Christian, you're welcome. I hope that helps. Hey man, yeah, let's save the true Christian's life, man. Let's do that. Eli says, "Come on, man. Come on, man. You know how I shine." Uh, if I go to the gym in the evening, is it good to eat a meal after or just do protein shake? I don't want to interrupt my sleep. Yeah, like digesting a heavy meal could impair your sleep quality, um, but it depends on the relative time in which you go to sleep based off that nighttime. So you want to give yourself like 2 to 3 hours to digest that last meal. So if you're going to bed at 10 p.m., like you should be done eating by like 7 or 8 to give your body enough time. That's just an example. Uh, Jay Bird lost 100 pounds walking in calorie deficit. You better talk about that calorie deficit, big dog. Um, Jennifer's losing power on her phone. She's gonna look for me again. Yeah, yeah. Check out that video I just posted. It should be helpful. Um, hey, Sue's girl says I'm 67. I weigh 156. I've lost 127 pounds, and something put maintenance. I'm scared. Um, Fear is just a sign that you're doing something you've never done before. So I usually don't make decisions based off fear to stop me. I usually just look at what happens if I don't make this new decision. Manjaro. Manjaro, if you're afraid of Manjaro, um, I mean, you don't have to take it to continue the progression, if that's what you're asking. Walking, noted. Yeah, get out there and hit that pavement. Hit it. Get it popping. The legend is live. Hey, you know the vibes. Yo, is that boot camp group legit on Facebook? Nah, it's a scam. Yeah, it's legit. It's my group, man. Why do people always think somebody's about to scam them? It's my group, man. Now, if you don't want to go to the group, you ain't got to. But yeah, I made the group. If you've been plateauing for around a week, will a cheat meal help reset losing weight? Potentially. I would say make it controlled. Feed just above maintenance, and then see how your body responds to it. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for my next meeting. Oh, hold on. I might do one more. Alex says, reply please the question I asked just now. Alex, I can't see the question. What's the question? Drop it again. Thank you, brother, for the Roman chair sit-up video. Oh, no problem, man. All right. All right, yeah, Alex, hit me up. If you got questions, you can hit me up on Instagram or TikTok. Guys, I got to get out of here. Y'all have a good night, all right? Peace.